A typical work commute for us from our home on Long Island to the borough of Queens in New York City. We started our overland adventures just a few years before the pandemic, and when it struck, we took full advantage of empty roads and cheap gas. Overland travel away from the typical gridlock was easy back then. Fast forward to today, we are finding it more and more difficult to justify the travel times to get away from the city to the remote places we like to camp. So in this series of episodes, we'll be exploring, in brutally honest fashion, what locations nearest the New York City area are feasible for a quick overland weekend getaway. In this first episode of the series, we are returning to an area we have camped many times, Wharton State Forest in the Pine Barrens of southern New Jersey.
So we just left work. It's our first trip on this new build, and I'm checking our power station. We got a fridge full of food in the back, and this is the first time we've really run it for a full day. We charged it on the way to work, so it was at 100 when we parked this morning, but now it's been sitting all day while we're at work. The fridge is on, and we're at 95%, so we're looking good. The fridge and this power station seem to be a good match. It sips power. It's warm out. I'm sure inside the canopy's plenty warm, and everything stayed cool, and it barely used any juice, so good sign. We are heading through Queens towards the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, Wharton State Forest. So I just punched the campground into the navigation, and it says our ETA is 3 hours and 40 minutes, 6:30. We don't have any necessary stops. We don't have to go shopping. We don't have to get anything. All we got to do is drive there, but getting out of the city on a Friday is never easy, so we'll see how it goes.
There are a few different ways to escape the city. Today's trip, heading south, unfortunately has traditionally been one of the slower options. The trip through Brooklyn, over the Verrazano Bridge to Staten Island, and finally into New Jersey is always a bumper-to-bumper nightmare in Friday rush hour traffic, even as early as 3 p.m. The home free point is usually once we get on the New Jersey Turnpike after the outer bridge crossing from Staten Island. This is where the traffic typically lets up and we can start traveling at almost normal highway speeds. On this day, it took us 2 hours and 45 minutes to travel the 38 miles to this point. This is the struggle of every 9-to-5 overlander from the New York City area.
Finally on the New Jersey Turnpike, otherwise known as I-95 heading south, and we're an hour and a half away from Wharton State Forest. We haven't been on the New Jersey Turnpike very long. We're already getting off at exit 7, and it's just a little hop, skip, and a jump. We still have 50 minutes, but it's mostly back roads driving. It's kind of pleasant, nothing like driving in New York City or on Long Island, you know. You'll see. So we're getting pretty close, and it's only, what time is it? It's 5:53. So we're gonna make it with some daylight left. All right, so now we're turning off 206, and now we're really on backcountry roads heading into Wharton State Forest. So we just turned off at 206, but we still have a 29-mile journey, 39 minutes. We should be getting there right before 7 o'clock. We just arrived at camp. We're here at Godfrey Bridge, Site 6. We're gonna start setting up, and the first order of business is getting the tent set up. Since we were parked in Queens, we didn't want to put it on top of the truck, so we're able to fit. It's a Gazelle T4. So first thing we're gonna do to set up our tent is we have a footprint, which just helps keep the tent a little bit cleaner. You know, especially if it rains, It also helps prevent water from getting in through the bottom. It's not a necessity, but it's just one of those things that's nice to have.
In some of our earlier episodes, you may have seen us towing our Boreas XT square drop off-road trailer. We still have and love it, but because of parking issues at our job in Queens, miles per gallons, and not to mention a sharp increase in tolls getting out of the city, we opted to take one of our Gazelle tents for this quick weekend trip. This clip of us setting it up is almost in real time. Gazelle tents are some of the easiest and fastest tents to set up and take down, and they offer excellent shelter in a wide variety of conditions. Speaking about conditions, this trip was originally planned to happen in late March for the first favorable weather weekend. We had a cold spring, and the first weekend with nighttime temps not dipping into the 30s was this one in late May. We have done our fair share of cold weather camping. It's not our favorite thing to do in a tent. People say to us all the time, "I wish I knew how and where to camp." This series of episodes is for people from the New York City area looking to get into camping and where they can go to do that. We've been doing this a while, and it's kind of our thing. Over the years, we've accumulated some fancy camping gear. We started out with a trip to Walmart back in 2017, where we purchased essentially everything we needed in one trip on the way to the campground. There are basic versions of everything you'll see us using in this video to get you started to see if camping is for you.
That we got from Walmart back in 2017. We used that for a few years. If camping is something you think you're gonna get into, you might wanna consider a Gazelle. This T4 is not too expensive. I think it's, around $350. As you can see, it sets up in about 5 minutes. Pops right up, packs down maybe in 10. It packs down a little slower than it goes up, that's for sure. And that's with any tent. There you go, tent's up.
We feel that one very important aspect to that is to watch the weather forecast carefully and book your campsite just a few days before the trip when possible. Starting out in the cold, rain, wind, or a combination of all three is probably not the best idea.
Camp chair of choice. Again, we started with $20 Walmart specials. We've moved up over the years. This summer we spent a month in New Mexico on cheap.
Yeah. Like
Coleman Walmart level chairs. But after a month on that level of chair, we decided to buy some nice ones. About 5 minutes, we got our tent up. Jenny's bringing the cots in right now. She's gonna set up the cots. Now, if this is your first time camping, you might wanna go the inexpensive route with an air mattress. But if this is something you're gonna get into, again, you might wanna step up to a cot. They're definitely more comfortable. So as you can see, we got these, they unfold like a beach chair. So these are not the first cots we've owned. These are the second, and the reason why we got these is because they unfold like a beach chair. So what are we, 10 minutes in? We got our cot, we got our bedding set up. We just gotta throw our sleeping bags on here and bedding set up, and we're gonna start dinner, and it's gonna still be light out. So what we find the key to setting up camp quickly are things that fold up flat and set up quick. So you may have seen this in use with our camper, but Jenny, this is your department.
Yeah, that's the bottom. Here.
Okay,
Like
watch
that.
Jenny. Kitchen table. This is the dining room table. We want to try and eat dinner in the daylight, and we are losing it. The sun is about to set, so we're hustling a little bit. Bridge. Grill. I'm just heating up some ribs.
Yeah.
We've only been to camp for about 20 minutes. We got the tent up, we got the cot set up, we got the charcoal burning, and you know what time it is. What time is it, Jenny?
It's time.
It's Friday. We just worked all week.
It's happy hour.
Yeah. So these are our sleeping pads. We use inflatable sleeping pads. I mean, the cots are comfy, but you know what? A little bit of extra cushioning goes a long way. So we use these Nemo backpacking sleeping pads. Oh, wow.
All right, Pete, you know you got to use your sleeping bag liner. I'm not washing your sleeping bag.
I don't like the liner. It's very restricting. That's my bed, right?
Yep. This is yours.
Okay. What is that rated to? That looks... Oh, you took that up a mountain, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were warm?
That was fine.
Okay. Bears won't be attracted to barbecue sauce.
No.
Heating up some ribs, and we got a bag salad. That's all it's gonna be. It's just a pre-bagged salad, sweet corn, chopped kit. What about the sauce?
I don't know. I like to mix this up first before I introduce the liquid. What kind of a dressing is this? It looks like cheese. We often get the sweet kale bag salad and enjoy it very much. We cannot, however, recommend this sweet corn salad, especially the dressing that comes with it.
I hear sizzling and I smell meat. It's time to flip. Ooh, probably could have flipped that a couple minutes ago. Okay. I never thought about the tailgate as a dining table, but with the lighting,
It's pretty perfect.
yeah, this is going to be
Tight. It's a little high, but
a little bit, but it's going to work out.
yeah, this is good. Wow.
There you go.
That we considered when we bought them, do you remember?
Yeah,
We sat there and we were like, can you sit?
I'm for all that. Campfire. Wood fires are nice, but when you want a nice campfire quickly, and you don't want to smell like smoke, these propane fire pits are really nice. We got a little propane fire pit going. It's 9:03. We're at Godfrey Bridge Campground. And it is possible to leave work in New York City and be camping on Friday night. It's a little low. Yeah, let's turn that up a little bit. It's better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was work this week, Jenny?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, this wasn't a bad week.
Yeah.
Teaching 7th graders isn't the worst job in the world. how you make coffee?
Start with fresh ingredients.
All right, from a power perspective, we're at 93%. We only use 7% of the battery, running the fridge all night, and we're about to roll. So we're going to power the DC to DC charger back up, and this thing's going to be back up to 100% in 10-15 minutes. All right, we're pulling out for a little Nissan trail ride, but you can see we've tidied up the site. We don't like leaving our stuff out on display. Just kind of tuck it all back by the tent. And we're gonna roll. All right, so we just pulled up to Wawa. You know, it's a gas station. We're going out on a trail ride with a Nissan-focused group, even though I just met a guy named Alvin. He drives a Tacoma. But that's the point, is on Facebook, there's all these off-road groups. Some of them are just general off-road groups, any rig can go. Some of them are more manufacturer-focused, like this is Dirty 4 Low, New Jersey. It's more of a Nissan-focused trail group run by my friend Charlie. You met him in our Thanksgiving episode this year. He's got the Titan swapped, DK swapped, bracket lifted, exterior here on 37s. It's about as big as you can get before you do a solid axle swap. So he runs this group. But then we have Saj's exterior in the background there, that white one, that's stock. We're running the Frontier, it's armored, but you know, stock suspension, stock drivetrain. You know, you're gonna see us building this up in the channel. But today we're just gonna go out on a little trail ride, starting with the trail. It's on Onyx called Two Towers Loop, and a few other trails in the area. And you know, this is how you find trail rides. One of the best ways to find people to ride with is you go on Facebook and you look for off-roading groups in your area and just join the group. And a lot of times they post events every few months, and you just go and you just meet people and you just go on rides.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, so you can see we're all Nissans. And one, what I believe is a third gen Tacoma. Alvin, this is the third gen Tacoma, right?
Yeah,
2021.
Okay. Yeah,
2021. Yeah. See, I know my Toyota is pretty good. This is a long bed, right?
Yeah, long bed.
Cool.
Because I was just feeling
We're on some forest roads, some sandy forest roads, heading to a loop that's on Onyx called the Two Towers Loop. It's rated as a green trail. And we're just entering, we just turned on to the Two Towers Loop now. If you look on Onyx, it's right there. It's in central New Jersey. Yeah, we drove about 45 minutes north of where we were camping in Godfrey Bridge. There are trails around there, but you know, we've driven all those. We've never driven this. Whoa. It's not my group, it's not my ride. So, you know, I'm a guest, so I just got to go where the ride is. There's a bunch of guys that I've only ever talked to and like Facebook met, but so there was a few people that I just finally met for the first time after, you know, kind of knowing them on Facebook for years as Nissan guys. So some of these guys I've met, some of these guys I've met for the first time today. And you know, we got 6 rigs, 5 Nissans and a Toyota.
Ooh, I don't want to get pinstripes.
Hopefully this won't be the day we get our first pinstripe, but of course, it's definitely possible.
The trail ratings are green for easy, blue for medium, black for difficult, and red for insane. This ride was intended to show our viewers how stock 4x4 and even all-wheel drive vehicles can comfortably explore virtually all of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, especially in dry conditions.
All right, Jenny's driving the Two Towers loop. The thing we have to get used to is this thing is a lot longer than the Xterra, and it's got a wider turning radius. I'm sure the Titan swap is going to help that, but right now we're still on stock suspension, stock lift, stock tires. We do have armor though. Wow. You cleared that by like an inch. Yeah, we're having some growing pains getting used to a pickup.
The Pine Barrens have no rock obstacles, and the word bypass was not supposed to be in today's vocabulary. It was at this point our agenda for the day, and this nice, easy, green level ride through the forest took a turn. A turn toward a more typical Go For Low video.
Separate the men from the boys.
Where that rock garden is? The downhill or uphill? Well, no, it's the downhill one. I don't know. There's a bypass once we get to the top. I don't know if you guys want to.
I might take the bypass.
You guys can
Put some
you guys.
I'll take a look at it. Yeah, you know, I'll take a look at it.
Me, Charlie, and I'll go.
Nobody calls me yellow.
So even though this was not part of the plan, we had stumbled on a section of trail that we didn't know existed in the Pine Barrens. Just a single hill with a relatively steep climb and 4 or 5 options for descents, with most of them being actually rocky and too much for our stock rig. After scouting it on foot first, Pete decided that there was one option that our truck could handle.
Right.
So after this one rock that had the potential to hit above the rock slider and into the passenger door, we would be home free down this track. Trying to stay away from that rock, Pete lined up a little too far on the opposite side and needed to back up to reapproach.
Back up.
And upon applying light throttle in reverse, we heard what sounded to everyone like the sound of a CV snapping.
What just happened?
Stop! And then Pete forgot to put the truck in park as he got out.
Stop!
Luckily, he jumped on the brake before our new rig ghost rode down the hill.
Yeah, you went too far left, my dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded not good. Boom. Loud one.
As usual, I bit off more than I could chew. Stock rig, I'm up on 3 wheels. I might have popped the CV, and as you can see, we're gonna winch. As always, I'm getting myself in trouble.
We want to assure everyone that we are doing our best to create accessible overlanding content for everyone. Pete's working on being able to take the bypass with our new rig. I'm sure Titan swapping it will help. There. A little more passenger. Oof. Okay. That's good. You're good on passenger.
Well, we're near a lake.
Yeah, we're past the lake. We're a little further down.
Look at his frame from here. You can see it's green.
Our nice, easy green trail ride strikes again with Charlie losing much of his coolant and overheating.
Taking quite its toll on us. Getting our asses
Never had this many problems on this
2 hours, dude. Never.
This is so crazy.
I mean, do you want? Can we put water? Can we?
While the rest of the guys were working on Charlie Boy's situation, Pete tried to find out whether or not we had actually snapped a CV.
I popped the CV, but it doesn't look like I popped the CV. It's not driving like I popped the CV. I don't know. You heard it, man.
I heard that.
What did it sound like to you?
I mean, I don't know. It sounded like a CV, but if it's not, we're lucky. That's all I can say.
With the amount of coolant that had erupted from the truck, it should have been easy to find where it was coming from. However, the cause of the massive leak eluded us. Since he lived close, the easiest thing to do was call AAA.
You got AAA?
Yeah.
Just call them, dude. Get it back home. Make it simple. It's free. Alright, so our first time off-road with this rig, or second time off-road. But I tried to do some obstacles. We had a popping sound that really sounds like a CV. We'll play it. I crawled under. It doesn't look like anything's broken. I don't know. I mean, I do have Titan swap CVs at home, 3 of them. So it'd be nice not to have to replace that since this truck is getting lifted and Titan swap soon anyway. But you know, that wasn't the only thing. As I was backing out of that, I really kind of wanted to run mud flaps on this rig, but I'm not going to be able to run mud flaps. So instead of having, you know, one on, one off, I'm going both off. I'm just going to take these off. You know, I see people with Frontiers actually run their mud flaps, and I'm going to run my mud flaps. I want to have mud flaps, but I just can't. I'm down for like another hour, hour and a half. Yeah, as long as we're like heading back south, I'm cool with that. Anything, yeah, something closer to my campsite, that would be cool.
There's a pit I found 5 quarters of a mountain.
In order to make things easier for the tow truck, we decided to pull Charlie's truck across the street to an empty church parking lot.
All day at work.
E-brake. Got it?
It's coming out. I got it.
He's locked.
You locked?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
No, you're not. All right.
I've never seen so many extras.
There, yeah. He popped something cooling related. He lost all his coolant. This is VK swap. This is a V8.
Who broke it?
He just popped his coolant line.
Could be worse, right?
Yeah.
After posing for a group rig pic, 3 of us headed a bit south to the more well-known areas of the Pine Barrens and Brendan T. Byrne Forest. This popular sandpit was the perfect place for us to finally figure out if we did actually break something in the drivetrain earlier.
If I had a broken CV, that wheel wouldn't spin.
Yeah,
I don't think I have a broken CV.
I don't think you do either.
Yeah, there's another one with like, it's just like this, maybe not as big, but there's like a blue lake. Yeah. Yeah, there's another one too. Yeah. Later, Jaden.
After saying goodbye to our new friends Jaden and Eric, we headed back to our campsite to prepare for another meetup with one of our dearest overlanding buddies, Dave from the Moods of Overland channel.
Oh, we're just tent camping. I like it. Gazelle. Yeah, man. What's up, Dave? It's good to see you.
He lives in nearby Philadelphia and came by to visit us for dinner. We chatted about his recent travels, our YouTube trials and tribulations, and he congratulated us on recently reaching 1,000 subscribers on Go4Low, an achievement that would not have been possible without you. Thanks to everybody for watching our videos, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We have so many more Go4Low adventures to come for you.
You gotta put some music or like.
Oh, it's always music. Yeah.
Okay. Well, sometimes I'll just put like wind sound effects.
So we gotta cook vegetables and steaks, right? All right, I'm gonna go kind of heavy with the charcoal. What's in there?
Zucchini.
Weird way to say it too.
Hanging out drinking. It was, so yeah.
This is.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Okay.
You're taking my steak.
That's about the vibe. Yeah.
You want to get some fried Oreos after this?
We've stayed at Godfrey Bridge many times. For us, we feel that of all the Wharton campgrounds, it gives the most illusion of being in a remote place, while in fact you really are not. On this trip, we were presented with that fact in a most jarring way. Just across the creek behind the campsites is an RV park. On this night, they were having a cover band concert that was so loud we could sing along to Rolling Stones' Satisfaction. The night before, a vocal guitarist serenaded his lady until the wee hours in a never-successful musical seduction. While we appreciate those who enjoy this type of entertainment, we seek overland camp spots to only hear the natural sounds of the setting we're in. Dispersed campsites many miles from any civilization will always be our favorite type of overlanding. In the late fall and winter, this campground can deliver some semblance of that experience. In the spring and summer, however, that is not going to be the case at the campgrounds in Wharton State Forest. Despite all this, as always, it was great to spend time with our dear friend Dave.
Later, Dave.
We started camping with the basic versions of everything from Walmart or Amazon, but over the years we've upgraded to more convenient versions. Comfort, speed of setup, pack down size, and organization are keys to being able to enjoy time at camp. Here's a rundown of a few of our favorite pieces of camp gear from this trip. Our new Bodega Cool dual zone fridge was surprisingly inexpensive. Their fridges often come in less expensive than high or medium grade roto-molded coolers. If you already have a power station in the 1,000 to 2,000 watt hour range, you can easily power one of these efficient fridges for a whole weekend without recharging. The advantages of a 12-volt fridge are many, but most notably, the fact that your food will never be soaked in melted ice water. With this dual-zone Bodega Cool model, you can even keep ice for your beverages or ice cream, which is a fun, unexpected sweet treat at camp. This GCI outdoor compact camp table is a great little space-saving sidekick. It has a one-piece design that collapses instantly. The Nemo Stargaze Evo X camp chair is like having a front porch rocker that reclines, so you can lean back to take in the night sky. We bought these chairs after spending a month in New Mexico, where we kept going to bed because our Walmart basic chairs were getting unbearable. They're really comfortable, and set up and pack down are almost as easy as the Walmart basics. They have pockets on the sides that they call cup holders. We use them to stash headlamps, but we got the GCI tables for our cups. The GCI Outdoor Slim Fold Cook Station is one of my favorites. It comes with us on every trip, whether we're in a tent or the trailer. It instantly transforms any campsite into a fully organized kitchen with a heat-resistant aluminum top in the middle and 4 fold-out side tables. Even though it has so much space when it's open, it folds down flat in seconds with an easy carry handle, and it's pretty lightweight. So I'm getting ready for breakfast. We're going to have bacon, egg, and cheese, so I'm just trying to get organized. So we're using an induction cooker here, and instead of what we would usually use, which is a propane stove. And this, if you have the power, it's just easier to set up. It's a lot cleaner, and you can control it a lot better. So we need eggs, bacon. You know what we don't have? Ketchup. Get in there. Look at that. Clean. So before we left, I cracked the eggs and put them in this little container. It has a screw top lid so it won't spill. And it's just easier than trying to carry eggs with you on a trip, but you have to make scrambled eggs at that point. All right. Pan.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
There's an American red start. That road is a common yellow road. It's nothing special.
In that hanging attic. Oh, yeah, they are. On top for the ride home. All right, so we left camp around noon in southern New Jersey. We got to get back to Long Island, and our ETA is 3:16, which gets us back in plenty of time to be ready for work tomorrow. But of course, will it be 3:16? So we're gonna see what the traffic is doing, what it's like to get through Staten Island, or if it makes us go to the George Washington Bridge and the Cross Bronx Expressway, and you know, all these horrible roads that you've heard about our metropolitan area, or you're watching this video, you probably live in this area and you probably know all about it. So we'll see what it is.
Our first camping trip together was back in 2017, soon after we became a couple. By the time the pandemic rolled around in 2020, our Xterra Stompy was fully modified for off-roading, and we had started to make a shift toward overlanding. Back then, in the times of empty roads and cheap gas, leaving the New York City area for a quick 2-day weekend camping trip was easy. We could make it to southern Vermont in just over 3 hours. Now, in 2026, this trip from the New Jersey Pine Barrens that should have been a 3-hour ride home ballooned into over 5 hours. This episode was intended to be the start of a series about how to get away from the New York City area to camp for a typical 2-day weekend. It's been a long time coming, but this trip was the tipping point. As much as we hate to admit it, With the extended travel times due to traffic on Friday afternoon rush hours and now traffic all day Sunday throughout virtually all of the New York City metropolitan area, we actually do not recommend camping on 2-day weekends anymore if you're going away from the New York City area. We've shifted focus to exploring what options actually exist on Long Island and have already found one hidden gem, which will be featured in our next episode. As for leaving the area, heading south to New Jersey, west into Pennsylvania, or north to New England, we recommend saving those trips for 3-day weekends or longer. The likelihood is that your travel times will easily be extended by 40% or more due to traffic congestion on normal weekends. Stay tuned for episodes featuring camping spots east of the city that will not have you sitting in 5 hours of traffic, arriving at camp in the dark on Friday night, and scrambling to try to get home Sunday to be ready for work early on Monday.